Welcome to This Week with Old Sarge. This week, talking about your verbal judo. Got to have your verbal judo when you're dealing with folks, no matter what your profession. Verbal judo going to come in handy for you. Ooh, you got to keep your verbal judo sharp. She's got to be honed down. You shave hair off the back of your arm sharp. Ooh, think about it. Do some little scenario thinking in your mind. Think about it before you're in it. Then your verbal judo will be strong. So, a couple of examples of verbal judo on motor vehicle stops. So, way back when, out in the Hope Stations area, shout out to you guys, I was detailed to do a little traffic enforcement. Ooh, writing some speeding tickets. I know right where to go. I'm good at this. So I'm heading eastbound, coming down the hill, approaching mile marker 11. I'm in the right-hand lane. Because I know when I get up to that milepost number 11, I can drive the troop car right around that thing and then stop with the nose of the troop car still on the grass, but the shoulders right in front of me. Gives me the perfect angle for shooting that eastbound traffic. It's going to be coming right in front of me. Got my laser speed detection device. Got a scope on top. Got a red dot in there. Woo! Speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. So that means as soon as I put that red dot on your vehicle and I squeeze that trigger and I got me a nice good side picture, I got your speed just like that. Now to help me out even further, there's a bunch of trees there on the inside of this curve. Got a bunch of big old branches filled with leaves hanging out there. Give me a little concealment. So you're not going to see me the last minute, because as you're coming down that hill and you go around that curve, all you're wanting to do is look right in front of you so you stay in your lane, because you are a speeder. You don't have time to look around. You're going to have to spend all your time looking right in front of you, staying in that lane, and as soon as you straighten up, you're going to see my troop car. And then you're going to hit your brakes, but I've already got you, because that laser, just like that. So, I'm set up there looking through that laser. Got the red dot right there on the left lane, just where people will poke out past them doggone leaves on them trees. And I'm just sitting there waiting, got my breathing nice and steady. Got my finger on the trigger, but not really touching it yet. You know, I can just barely feel it's on there. And sure enough, here comes one. Pink, squeeze that trigger. Doggone, almost 90 mile an hour. Whoo! Keep track of the target. Got the distance and speed right there in the scope. I've already seen it. Take that laser and put it in the passenger side front seat. Throw the old troop car down and drive. The wheels are already turned all the way to the right, and I'm still looking at traffic, make sure I can pull out and accelerate along that right shoulder. And what's everybody do when they come around that curve and they see me and I already got them? They hit the brakes. Woo! Too late. Already got you. So this van, he's leading a pack of speeders. He's out front. He's winning. He's a lead dog. So I'm going after him because he's the one I got with the laser. So I'll pull out, get in right behind him, pull him over on the right-hand shoulder. Make my approach, passenger side. Go up there, give him my introduction, ask for the documents, receive the documents, then he starts. Why are you just stopping me? This is ridiculous. There's a whole line of us speeding. You know that. You just singled me out. It's not fair that you're just going to single me out like that. This is ridiculous. I mean, this is just crazy. Verbal judo time. Make complex simple. So here we go. So he takes a breath and I said, have you ever been fishing with a rod and reel before? Now he's confused. It's like, what the hell? We were talking about speeders and why I got singled out. And now this trooper, he's talking about fishing with a rod and reel. But since his mind's whirling, he's got to shut up because he's thinking. Can't think and talk at the same time. I locked him up. He don't know what to do. He's trying to process. He can't figure it out. So I'll say it again. Have you ever been fishing with a rod and reel, or maybe seen a fishing show? You know, guy's on his little bass boat and he's, you know, pulling that crankbait in there. And finally the guy's like, whew, he shakes it off a little bit and he's like, well, yeah, I've been fishing before. Rod and reel, yeah, of course I have. And I said, well, how many fish did you catch at once? And then it dawns on him. And then he just gives up. Verbal judo. Next example, vehicle with 2 folks in it, young men, one driving, one in the front passenger seat. Speeder, pull them over, make passenger side approach. Roll down the window. Driver hits the down button, window comes down, make my introduction, ask for the documents, receive the documents. That's when Mr. Front Passenger here starts going off. He's being nasty. He's being real nasty. He's just being plain doggone ugly. He's just going on and on and on. And I'm like, well, look at this here. What's this fellow think he's doing here? He's just jack-jawing like crazy, running off at the mouth. And I've said, hey, you, right in his face. He shut up for a minute. And I said, how many tickets you want me to give your buddy because you are jack-jawing me to death? Throw a little unfamiliar phrase in there. Again, his mind locks up a little bit. His buddy who's driving realizes that this is a situation that's going to affect him personally. His buddy's going to get him a whole handful of tickets. That ain't good. His buddy starts yakking again. So what's Mr. Driver do? Takes his fist and he swings it as hard as he can across the car, catches his buddy right in the sternum. Poof! Blows his air out. There you go. Verbal judo. I wanted to punch the passenger in the face. Rearrange his doggone teeth a little bit, but I ain't allowed to do that. So I got someone else to punch the passenger for me. And it worked, and he shut up. Go back to troop car, write out the ticket. Here you go. Mr. Front Passenger ain't saying shit now. Drive on. So, shout out section this week. Shout out to all my B troopers out there doing that JOB. Keeping track of business. Doing things right the first time, every time without fail. Woo, holding true to your oath. We appreciate what you're doing out there. Keeping us safe. Making sure everything running smooth. So thank you. Thank you very much. Military, we appreciate what you're doing out there at home and overseas. Holding that line, standing that post. Whoo! We appreciate what you're doing to keep us safe. So thank you. Thank you very much. So till next week, me and Christmas Pig. Bye now.